Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We got another great big orc battle coming. We're doing this turn, right? Yeah, I have the movement. Okay, so Jacques with a couple of units of black orcs. A lot of stuff that can actually get up on the walls. Our strategy from last time is not going to work quite as well here. And then the Black Crag garrison is also a lot of black orcs, and yeah, we're going to try something pretty similar here, I think, but it's not. It is definitely not going to be as effective, and we're not in great health.
Armed and ready.
Maybe what we should do is just actually siege them out.
I'm not gonna die standing here.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to click on him. I'm trying to click on this settlement. Let's see. It would take 6 turns before they start taking attrition. That's probably not acceptable. But given how much more dangerous this battle looks, I think it might be a good idea for us to actually build some siege equipment. We're going to build a couple of siege towers so that we can approach the walls without losing quite so many people, and so that we can get up on the walls without getting so tired. Climbing ladders up onto the walls drains your unit's vigor an incredible amount. I think it basically sets all your units to the most tired they can be by the time they're done climbing. It's one of the most vigor expensive actions in the game, I believe. So the siege elevators help a lot.
Yes.
And then you can just come over here and hang out nearby. I guess I want to be in the range, but I want to be a little bit toward this side, because we might have to try to get up here and defend the Pillars of Grungni a little bit. Or rather, reclaim them. There's no defending them. The enemy army's right there, but we might have to come up and get them back. He is running Wolf Chariot, Night Goblin Archers, and a Night Goblin War Boss. And our garrison is 2 units of warriors and 3 units of miners. Well, miners are certainly not very good units. Yeah, this might be bad. Well, the stuff we're going to have to keep dealing with. Okay, what else are we doing? I think I remember that there was something else important going on here. Let's see, we have the resources to build something real cheap here, but obviously we don't want to do that. We need those slots for important stuff. Now, what am I going to do at Grom Peak? Could just go for a growth building, because it is taking us a long time to build up the population necessary to finish upgrading Mount Gunbad. That might be the way to go here. We probably don't actually need recruitment buildings here. Jufbar is where we should have recruitment stuff. And then in Oakenhammer... Oakenhammer needs walls. That's the important thing. But even if I cancel this, yeah, we're not quite... That's right. I was going to get some money from the battle and then use that money to build the walls up. But it looks like the battle is, in fact, not happening this turn, so... Oh, right, we finished this this province as well, so we get a commandment. I probably want to go plus Untainted, plus Public Order until things settle down a little bit here. Actually, I guess things are going to be fine. That conquest penalty is only 1 turn. So yeah, I guess let's switch to growth instead. I know I'm like fixating on growth a little bit here, but we really, really need to get these settlements up to higher level. Alright, what else do we have going on? You are still on your mission. As a refresher, where we're at on these, we have to make a defensive or military alliance with Krakadrak, which is going to be tough because they don't care about any of the stuff we're doing down here. In order to make friends with them, we're going to have to fight Norskins. We need to move this guy to Weissmund to progress toward the Slayer Crown, and we need to win this battle, this Chaos battle, with Ungrim Iron Fist, which is after we do the Battle of Black Crag, and then after that, after we fix his army up a little bit, because its composition is definitely a little on the weird side now, owing to the fact that his army has been marching non-stop for the past, like, 40 turns. It's constantly pushing forward. And it is going to take us a couple of turns, to put it gently, to get over to Weissmund. It's probably not that long. It's probably like 4 turns, would be my guess, 3 or 4.
Will you join me, men of the
They want a military alliance. Absolutely not. I don't know what your deal is, but this seems unsafe to me. Did you notice the balance of power bar was only almost all the way full for us? It wasn't completely full for us. Okay, this is interesting. See, here, I think an open field battle is actually beneficial for us over the wall battle, because this means that we have a lot of time to shoot catapults at the Black Orcs safely. Now, they do have 3 catapults between their 2 armies, so we have to watch out for that. But I think we can take this. Yeah, I think we can do this. I think an open field is advantageous. They don't have nearly as much dangerous cavalry as the last couple of armies that we've taken on the open field, and those Black Orcs are going to have to walk through an awful lot of giant rocks. Now, some of this is going to come down to the angle the reinforcements approach at. I'm not 100% sure if the angle of the reinforcement approach is based on the actual position of the armies on the map. I think it's not, based on that battle where we had our reinforcements come in from behind their reinforcement box, because I believe those 2 armies were positioned such that reinforcements should have been expected to come in from behind our box. So, no way to plan for that. I guess we'll just deal with however the reinforcements choose to come in here. It is worth noting that the units that are injured here are mostly like warrior-type units. Our ranged are pretty close to full health. Our artillery are actually at full health, so we're going to be able to do a lot of damage to them while they're approaching us. You have to worry about this a little bit. It turns out massive rocks flung hundreds of feet don't really care about your armor very much. It's kind of our main advantage here, is how extremely heavily armored we are. And then we got to remember the Black Orcs are obviously quite dangerous. We do have our Great Weapon Longbeards, which should be very effective at fighting them. Okay, their reinforcements are going to come in right behind me. That's actually extremely bad, because this is a ton of Black Orcs. And like I said, what we really, really want here is to have as much time as possible to work those Black Orcs over with our catapults. So, catapults all the way back against the edge of the map. Yeah, this sucks. This is horrible. I don't think there's a position that they could have come in that would be worse for us. So let's see. They're going to approach from this angle. We have a firing arc that I think should be sufficient. I want to put the gunners on this side then, where we're most likely to have the straight shot. You guys can be right here. Sorry, probably a little closer. And then we can have a bunch of dwarf warriors at the ready in front of the archers. We want to leave a firing line available here. Some longbeards. A little bit. There we go. Longbeards right there. We got to leave the arc open. Slayers ready to do stuff. You guys ready to flank. Yeah, because I imagine what's going to happen here is the Grumbling Guard are going to sweep out to this side and grab the Black Orcs. And then, what do we have left? We have a couple more units of warriors, because boy oh boy do we have a lot of warriors.
Runes of smiting upon them.
Nice. Ungrim should probably be pretty much in the front. Yeah, this sucks, though. Alright, this is the army that we're really concerned about. This army is much smaller and weaker. Get forward. Honestly, you guys probably can get out to this side.
Let's start shooting.
I'm gonna move these Slayers a little bit. Honestly, the Slayers could be over here. That would be okay. Alright, it looks to me like they're either undecided or they're gonna try to meet up. I'm actually okay with either of those. We're gonna have 2 of these units of catapults turn and go that way. This unit of catapults right here. Because we need to throw some stuff at the Black Orcs coming in from that direction, but it doesn't need to be nearly as much. Alright, it does look like they're veering in our direction a little bit.
We demand blood! Oh, then I'll get 'em!
We're gonna weaken these guys up a little bit before we start worrying about those catapults. Actually gonna have these guys fall back a little bit because they are in catapult range of that thing without allowing us to fire back easily. Okay. So let's grab these catapults and group them. I need you guys to focus. Well, let's wait for the Black Orcs to come in a little bit more. I don't want to give them an order that's going to see them moving forward. Alright, do it. Okay, Orc Boar Boy Biggins, we do have to actually, like, move out to meet. We'll have just a couple units of Quarrelers turn, and we can run these guys off easily. Also, the damage they do is kind of negligible. Hit him. Okay, we're starting to get some damage in there. We're trying. Shoot those guys. Yep, you guys are... Alright, we need to maybe retarget the catapults a little bit. There's a lot more Black Orcs that have to take a lot more damage here. Okay, so unfortunately, Ungrim is not in a good position to charge this this enemy lord over here. He is just a Night Goblin. Night Goblin war bosses are, without a doubt, the best fighters of all goblins. But still, you know, not amazing. Did I run him over there? I mean, their other lord isn't going to come close to us. And we're not going to need Ungrim really over here, because the enemies are not approaching us from this side. Okay, I wish I had my miners, because these trolls go down really, really quickly to grenades. It turns out they don't like being shot with grenades at all, if you can imagine such a thing. I'm just going to have you guys move right up. They're not going to attempt to flank us on this side at all, so let's move in. And you guys also just need to move up. Looks like we're going to be... they're running this way. We're going to have to wrap our formation around them like that. That is the plan for the moment. We'll see how it works out in practice.
Strike out! Nothing can stop us!
Okay, I gotta... Sorry I'm pausing so much. Some people give me crap about it in the comments, but let me tell you something. If I was interested in playing an RTS, I'd play an RTS. Also, I'm real bad at RTSs. I do appreciate, like, I say people are giving me crap. Mostly what people are saying is, hey, you're a good enough player not to need to pause. Give yourself the extra challenge. But man, if you have ever watched a battle in which there have been enemy cavalry, and like seen my incredible losses because of how bad my attentiveness is, you would know. You would know the horrors that await us down that road. These guys can probably take out this unit of Black Orcs. I appreciate how slowly these other ones are approaching. It's given us a lot of time to get some catapult work done. And in fact, we probably ought to re-center these catapults over here as well, I think. This stuff over here is we're just gonna have to actually solve it with melee. We have these Black Orcs still to worry about. We have these archers or whatever. I'm extremely not worried about that. Okay. Forward, everyone. Get him. Alright, the trolls have already given up, which I appreciate. We can wrap around these Black Orcs and rout them really quickly. Ungrim is having a hard time getting through our own dudes. Yeah, see, he keeps getting stuck on our own guys. Just push them out of the way, man! You have important business. Also, you're the commander. yell something in Kazalid. Call him chuffs or something. That's probably a Kazalid curse word. Okay, so we gotta refocus the catapults a little bit. We've done some fine work on these black orcs, but now there are archers, and they are going to just stand still and let us shoot at them, and I think we should oblige. They want to take a shot, they want to be brave and sacrifice themselves for the squad. We shall let them do it. We need... Let's see. Any more bodies over here? Let's start firing on those guys. You guys over here can... work those trolls. Trolls do not wear armor. Seems like kind of an oversight to me. These guys run forward and try to get in on some of these black orcs that are coming up. I think these two units need to walk up here. That's true, my lord is under attack. He's kicking that guy's ass, though. Alright, go work this dude over. I'm hoping we can burn these guys down fast enough to limit the damage they do to the catapults. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to separate a bunch of melee out. Yeah, I think that was the right way to handle that. We need our melee for continuing wraparounds, and also we have some, like... we have some serious incoming enemies. So you guys hit... You guys hit here. Actually, these slayers, if we can walk them around, that would be helpful. Catapults are doing the work on the archers. For now, we're just going to eat some archer damage, but... There we go. Get that wraparound. Oh, hey, they're casting spells. That reminds me, I also have spells. Well, it does look like we're winning. We're not winning by as much as I might like, though. Still, I guess we don't have to win by very much, right?
Dwarves, ready access.
Looks to me like these quarrelers can be turned toward the enemy ranged. Hungrim's doing that thing he does on this goblin war boss. It's just a single unit of black orcs. We can get over here. You guys actually want to get in there and fight them, maybe? Just a little bit? Man, the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass are having a rough couple of battles. I'm going to send them over here where they can contribute, but also they're not in, like, super heavy danger. Actually, could you work this? This'll, shooting at these guys will have them run forward enough that they can be, they can flank that unit of Black Orcs. Doing pretty well. Are these catapults actually firing? I guess they must have range on something, but I don't feel like they've been tremendously helpful. Which is great for us. Okay, you're still shooting at somebody important. You guys could turn and help with this. I'm going to try to focus on people who are not Black Orcs over here. Where the heck is Ungrim? This is an Orc Shaman. He has waded into melee. Why is he still alive? Are we going to be able to get... Oh yeah, we're going to be able to get a clean shot on these. Alright. Never mind that thing I told you to do. You have something else to do. That sound you hear occasionally, that screamy sound, is the goblin that's tied to that big rock coming off of Goblobber. Alright, stop that. Yeah, like I said, I think this open field battle has been really good for us. We didn't have to fight nearly as many of the Black Orcs in melee combat as we would have had to if we'd tried to take the walls of Blackrock. So they're pretty close to just giving up. The only thing they have left is their catapult crews. You guys make... Alright, this. I'm trying to target that. There we go. As it was showing me their current orders, even while I was mousing over a new target. But a lot of these things are permanently broken. It probably won't take too much more pressure to permanently break the rest of them. Honestly, fall back mostly? Like, let's group back up. That battle looks like it's over. This battle looks like it's over. Group up on these black orcs and make them really miserable. Could you please? Oh, never mind. Just wait. There's a hill here that makes the shot I was asking him to do a little bit awkward. That's a pretty good armor buff. And as soon as that one goes down, we'll pop the other one. Our Grudge Thrower's crew... Yeah, I guess those Grudge Throwers were not... Those Grudge Thrower guys were not actually on their Grudge Throwers. So when I ordered them to attack a distant target, they interpreted that as run forward, rather than go back to your siege weapon and then do the intelligent thing. Okay, lots of permanent breaks over here. I think that's it. Yeah, they're all running now. Alright. These two armies need to slow down and rebuild a little bit. They're both in kind of rough shape. A Pyrrhic victory. We did lose 1,000 dwarves. Wow. I mean, that was never going to be an easy battle. And I still do think that we got better there than we would have in an actual city battle. Now, things are much worse for them. Their army won't be destroyed because they'll just fall back into the city here. And then on our turn, we get to attack them with an already built siege tower and a force that is vastly superior to theirs. Look at how shredded all of their stuff is. And they won't even heal any because units that are in a city that is being sieged do not receive any replenishment. So, this should be a real easy battle on this coming turn. Unfortunately, they still have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks. Okay, wow, we are being given no chance of winning this. Yeah, their army's scary, for sure. We might be able to hold them, I think. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, this goes exactly as bad as the auto-resolve would have it go, right? But yeah, like, the Night Goblin Archers are going to be a little bit tricky, I suppose, because we don't have any ranged to counter them with. These guys are going to have no effect on the battle. These guys are. Orc Boar Boys are probably better than Orc Biggin Boar Boys against infantry, I think. Because they have anti-infantry. There are no trees. I was hoping for some trees in the middle zone to hide our miners in. I suppose what we could do is put them in the trees over here and then put our other two units down this way. Here's the thing. I'm really worried about the Night Goblins. So I want to put my guys in a position such that when the Night Goblins reach an area where they can fire, we're ready to... First of all, we're not visible to them. And secondly, we can hop out and surprise them. Okay, now you guys are barely stealthed. I'm looking for this hidden icon to appear. These trees are apparently not that dense. They look fairly dense from here. We have to find a spot. Unfortunately, the game is not very helpful with this. Like, you saw with these guys. The spot that they're in now does not look any different than the other 3 spots I tried them in before that, but one of them's hidden and one of them isn't. I do kind of just wish like it would just draw boxes on the ground. At least during deployment. This is where the hidden part is. Okay, well, it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. There's just not enough space over here. Well, we'll have one unit hiding, I guess. Probably put the warriors on the outside. Because the warriors will take the initial hit a little bit better. Unfortunately, we gotta wait for them to come to us. This Goblin Wolf Chariot is just gonna get to shoot at us. There's not really a lot I can do about that. If we attempt to, if we attempt to go after them, obviously they'll just flee. So we're just gonna wait their ammo out. Yeah, that sucks, but, you know, we got shields. Their arrows don't really do a lot of damage. Just take it on the chin. Right, because if I try to move toward them, they're just gonna run.
Move now.
I kind of don't even want to waste the vigor. We're gonna just normal walk toward them. Yeah, you can see they're running out of ammo relatively quickly. I'm assuming that they won't. If they're gonna let me walk right up to them, I will take it. But I'm assuming that as soon as we get anywhere near melee range, it will stop. They will turn around and they will ride very, very slightly faster than we are moving away while firing back at us the whole time. They let us get closer than I thought they would.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what that's going to be like.
We demand blood.
Can I tell them to march backwards? Probably not, right?
For a vengeance. Pump those dwarven legs.
Alright, don't run. No need to run. Just walk on up. This thing, I'm pretty sure, is not going to work out, but the main goal here is just for these guys to not be in the main group so that the force they use to try to divide our main group from the archers can't catch the miners as the miners charge the archers. Yeah, we're just going to have to wait them out. As you can see, their ammunition's going to run out long before they kill this unit, but they are going to do some significant damage. This is the dangerous thing. We got to make sure that these big ones go down. Miners have armor piercing, but biggins are not that well armored. It's just that they have a ton of health. And these boar boys are definitely more dangerous than the goblin spider cavalry that we've been seeing mostly around here.
Warriors. Cattle. Miners. Dwarf warriors.
Oh, well, my hidden units are revealed.
Not
Hey, I was trying to...
vengeance.
I had definitely clicked on the miners. All we had to do is catch them. If we can catch them for a second and wrap them up, it's going to get a lot easier. On. Okay, we got him from the back. Boar boys, I think, are fairly armored, so the fact that the miners... Yeah, the fact that the miners ignore armor with most of their damage is actually pretty helpful. That's going how you might expect that to go. I think this is actually really minimizing the damage these boar boys might have dealt. Guys, continue forward and wrap up. Look at them trying to escape, but the dwarves are just too heavy. They're too heavy to be pushed out of the way. Unfortunately, it looks like we can't block them entirely. But in general, we've done a pretty good job here. I think we've done some real damage to this unit in a situation where it honestly didn't really need to take very much damage. We're still picking at him. Oh, they finally managed to bowl that dude over. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, there's the archers. Actually, never mind. Oh, I did not want to do that. We gotta run these guys out so that we can turn back around and get facing. Everybody forward. This is the part where we meet them bravely in battle. Let's see if we can wrap around this way a little bit. Try to get as many flanks as we can here. Well, our miners are breaking, because miners are terrible. Okay, we're getting in on these biggins from a bunch of angles. I don't know if it's going to be enough to make a difference. And we're doing pretty good damage to them. If they lose the biggins, they've lost sort of the core of their army. Where are those boar boys at? Down here fighting a unit of miners and kind of losing. It says unit winning there, but those health bars tell a different story. Come on, you guys need to recover. Every moment that they get further from those archers is terrible for us. Because remember, those archers are poisoning our warriors with these attacks. All they have to do is get close to the archers, and the archers will start running, and that will remove the poison, but I think at this point it's probably too late. Alright, so we're going to lose both of the minor settlements in the region, the province that Karak is in. We're going to have to send somebody home after the Battle of Black Crag to deal with that. I'm trying to route us in such a way that these guys also start moving. Let's try to limit the amount of fire that our dwarves over here are taking. I don't think we have any chance of surviving this. Oh, they're rapidly losing morale. But our morale is completely tanked out. Let's keep chasing. If you have to break and run away toward those guys. Yeah, the amount of time these guys spent running after the first break totally killed us. And we don't really have a good answer for their hero. My hope was that we would be able to break their other units enough to make the hero panic. Yeah, and now these guys are fleeing, which means these guys are free to charge us from the back. Alright, well, we tried. So, Ungrim the Slayer is going to continue to move southward, or at least he's going to try to hold on to Iron Rock and Black Crag for a little while. Our other army, led by the Rune Lord, is going to have to come back up north and clear out this area, and then he's probably going to have to just sit in Karak for the rest of the southern campaign, because the moment we leave it available again, they're just going to run through. We could put up garrison buildings in every minor settlement in that area, but that's going to be a lot of growth that we have to spend getting those all to level 3, because you don't get the walls from the garrison building until level 3. Alright, they chose not to inhabit it. They just sacked it. That's actually extremely fine. I could really use any help at all from any other faction here. And Azhag the Slaughterer is coming to engage Karak, which has a much more impressive garrison. Might be tough, though. So the army from Carrick Dromar is going to have to do something. Yeah, I'm not really sure what my plan is here. We have to stop fighting the vampires. Yeah, we just can't keep fighting them. Which means that we don't actually need Waldenhof. So I think this army is going to flee back toward Carrick-Cadron. The reason to hold Waldenhof was to help us secure this whole province once we take the Vampire Gold Mine, but it looks like that is a distant concern. Maybe they will accept an offer of peace? They've lost a lot in the war, and we know they have other problems. Don't you dare try to wound me. We could be friends.
Welcome to my throng.
A defensive alliance with Carrick Hearn. See, they're friends with Clan Angrund. They hate orcs. This, I think, is okay. I don't mind a defensive alliance with another dwarf faction. That said, telling them no is going to have no real negative effect, but making friends with them will help us get in with Clan Angrand, who we have not met yet. And I assume that Clan Angrand will like us too, though, because they're over here somewhere, and they're also fighting orcs, I'm sure. Yeah, like, the Empire's not going to attack these guys or anything. I think this is safe. And we could use some friends. Hey, speaking of friends, Kislev, maybe you want to come down here and blow up some vampires. Doesn't that sound fun? I think they probably have their hands full with chaos. Alright, Reckoner's approach, requiring guidance. Okay, this thing again. We definitely don't need plus 10 relations with Karakern, and I do love money, so let's hit the money button. Yep, we're being raided. There is a grudge. A rebellion's going to occur in Sylvania, which is fine, because like I said, I think we're bailing. All major port owners have become known to each other via diplomacy. The Age of Discovery has occurred. Kinda leaves us out, though. And also, Ungram Iron Fist is even better at running at people with a giant axe. Brombrindle has another skill point, and we are definitely going for campaign movement range. We're going to need that a lot on a lot of people.
Speak thy insults, Stuntling.
Okay, they will not do peace. They're at war with us and Talabekland and Kislev and the Empire. This is a shame, because this is going to generate a grudge.
How can I help?
But we definitely can't stick around.
There's no bother. I'll do it. I go where I am needed.
Get out of this accursed place.
I'm ready.
Ready's a strong word for what you are. Okay, let's figure this out.
Drain them.
Yeah, we better drain them. Time is running out on the draining.
Back them.
Okay. Their army's all messed up. We're gonna have a much easier time fighting them on the walls now. And we're not very healthy. Whatever, we'll get it. We got it. We even have some siege towers. I don't think it's a good idea for us to wait any longer, because the Rune Lord's army needs to leave now. And even that, honestly, might not be soon enough. We might be in some trouble up north. The thing is, we can't send both the Rune Lord and Ungrim's army to clean up the mess, right? Because we need one of them to stay down here, or we're just going to lose all this stuff. Yeah, it's definitely going to have to be Thorgrim, who comes back from the past to the west. So here's our cool siege towers. They look like massive dwarves, and they're sort of like nutcrackers. The dudes are all up on the inside, and when they hit the wall, this is the nutcracker. The jaw will just like drop open, and we will flow forth onto the wall. Now, as ever, we want to do this from one side, such that we take the smallest possible amount of tower damage. It looks like it doesn't much matter which side we're on, so I think we'll do it from this side, because this is where our friends are coming in. Okay, and then everybody else just grouped up in this general area. Actually, I want to make sure everybody's behind the towers, because the towers freak out a little bit. Their pathing gets super weird if you are in front of them at all. Everybody's all mingled up together. It's fine. It will be fine. Okay, nobody left over there. Let's do it. Let's make sure these guys have their positions set. Yep, just hit the walls as fast as you can. And we probably won't move any other figures forward for a minute here. Let's let these things get out in front, because like I said, their pathing gets a little weird if you let other stuff get in front of them. And also, rain death upon these black orcs. How dare they stand up here on the wall? Foolishness. And they are shooting magic at us. But I think their wizard is going to regret being up here. Get so you are only in the range of one of their catapults. Or, one of their towers. Come on, where's that third catapult unit? I know it's coming. Actually, I don't know it's coming. The third catapult unit was probably destroyed, wasn't it? Yeah, because those will be the guys who were, who charged forward as just naked crew. Alright, let's grab the right dudes here. Basically, everybody who isn't the catapults. And start moving forward. Because they're going to outrun the siege towers by a considerable amount. I want to make sure that we're not getting ahead of them. So the purple bar at the bottom of the thing is the health of the siege tower itself. They can get broken down, and in fact, we're doing some damage to them ourselves. It looks like we're shooting the catapults directly into their backs. Whatever, it's fine. So there's a little ramp at the back where they can be entered from behind. So as soon as they have docked and delivered their payload of murderous dwarves, we can send other people up the back. And because they have little siege elevators in them rather than... oh, actually, sorry. Slayers do not go up first. Because they have little siege elevators in them rather than just ladders, you don't take that huge vigor penalty for climbing up. Alright, hold on. Is everybody in reasonable positions here? You guys should probably be firing on the wall. I know we're about to have dwarves up here, but... Listen. There are a lot of dwarves. Some dwarves may be lost. These things happen. They'll understand. Everybody get up here. Obviously, the guy on the big mount will not be able to climb up the ladders. Okay. I think we should have a pretty clear advantage up here. Where is Ungrim? Ungrim went up early, right? Yeah, there he is. Let's just try to tear up this shaman real quick. And then, I know you might be tired of seeing this strategy by now, but we're gonna take control of the walls, then we're gonna move the ranged up onto the walls, you know. We're gonna do that thing that keeps working, because I am concerned about the outcome of this battle. Alright, Ungrim, do not chase that guy off the wall. I know you want to, but just be cool. Oh, he stopped running. Never mind. Go over there and split him in half. Honestly, try your best to just hold them in place. Alright, where's that catapult of theirs? It is time to move some of our catapult units up. And when I say some, we may as well just move all of our catapult units up to, like, here? Yeah, we'll probably have that range. You guys... Alright, we're just firing over the wall into stuff. That's fine. So I ran this dude up here so that I could continually use his buff, and then I forgot to press the button. Unfortunately, it looks like their cowardly lord is going to escape for the moment. We're going to fire one volley at all these goblins up here, which should probably run them off. Oh, shoot! We destroyed part of the wall. That's actually kind of bad. No, don't guard it. I'm trying to get you idiots to shoot this guy. Never mind. You have bigger problems. Glumgunnison, you just got a job. Yeah, it's not great for us to have broken the wall. Because now all their cavalry and stuff is useful again. Who has... Okay, you guys just get over here. Who actually has health? Who wants to come down here and fight some cavalry? I really want Ungrim to finish off this lord. Alright, we have a lot of people who are really torn up here. You just gotta get down here. Get down here and commit some murders. Did their lord get away, or where is he? Okay, we're doing it. It's taking a minute, and it's very, very worrying. We have very little health to work with, but we're doing it. Let's group you guys up. We still don't quite have the range I need, but we can actually set up inside the city walls now, and we can get through because of the big hole we accidentally punched in the walls by shooting at the wall too much. Quarrelers need to get over here and start doing work.
In short order. All right.
Yeah, neither one of these armies is going to be in shape to fight at all. I'm trying to be really careful with our dudes so that I don't get everybody killed. Where is the unit of Thunderers in here? There they are. Get them, just like outnumber the hell out of them. Really get in there. Okay, seeing a lot of breakage. That's really good for us. Okay, there we go. Thank God. I was starting to worry that this wasn't going to turn into a victory at all. Well, Ungrim's army will put itself back together relatively quickly, as long as we sit in that sit in the garrison for a minute. Probably we don't want to sit in Iron Crag or in Black Rock. We want to move to Iron Crag so that we're in a position where we can respond more easily to threats coming from the west. But we definitely need to sit somewhere for a while. And we still have most of the health on our ranged units. Artillery's still in great shape, so I'm confident he'll be able to hold. You know, maybe we don't want to sit in Iron Rock because of the fact that the garrison there is smaller. His army is actually... His army's going to need a couple of turns before it's ready to fight anybody. So, a unit of Slayers, the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Okay, we had a couple of units up and evaporate on us like cowards. I mean, yeah, loot and occupy. Alright, well, we've secured a province. What was I doing with you? Rally. Big leadership buff. Honestly, not that valuable, but the skills beyond are what we're actually headed for. Let's do a little bit of repairing. It's not really that expensive. Yes, definitely repair this Slayer Shrine. I am ready to have a nice big Slayer Shrine. And the next point of the next population upgrade here has to be Iron Rock. It has to have walls. Also, I'm sorry, am I seeing things? Is the gold mine is not constructed? What on earth are these orcs doing, man? How do you not have your... Okay, whatever. Alright, so this is a big problem. Hold on, we'll be back. Here, we need to do this upgrade, which we're still a little tiny bit short of, but we're getting there. You guys. You guys are in marching condition. To be perfectly honest, I kind of think he just has to grab all the stuff in the pool. Because his army has to get big fast. And then we underway our way over to Karak. He's going to be the one who has to defend it.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Glum Gunnison is not in any kind of shape.
If you say so, Beardling.
But he's got to get back over there to help as quickly as he can. Yep, I need recruits right now. So what's going to be the safest way to do this? I don't really want to get caught out in the open.
Not up then.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
Yeah, Azhag and Zugrak together is probably too much for me. This guy would be able to show up with just characters. And the thing is, as soon as we leave Carrick Dromar, we're going to lose it, right? They're going to underway. There's probably not anything that can be done about that. We don't need this. If they don't go for it immediately, we can build a wall here. A garrison structure, and maybe hold on to it for a little while.
Throw bearers. Let's march.
Yeah, I'm really worried that if I just drop down here, they're going to be able to kill me. But also, what choice do I have? We gotta do something. I'm kind of shocked that, like, with his army being almost physically up against the wall of Karak, we can't see more of the units. I think our troop composition here is better than the troop composition in any of our other armies at the moment. Cannons are a little bit less than ideal, but actually there's probably some cavalry in those in that orc army now.
I grow restless.
A little bit of local recruitments we could pick up. I mean, we got a Slayer Shrine. I should probably fill this army with Slayers. That's maybe a little bit too many, but we don't have a lot of recruitment options at the moment. So yeah, this force is going to have to be real and powerful, and it's going to have to be those things soon. So I'm not being given a good... Okay, here we go. So we could drop... Like, if we dropped all the way at the edge of the river, it looks like he wouldn't actually be able to attack me.
Send me to vengeance.
And then we can figure out a better approach from here. We could, after this coming turn, our army is going to be in, like, much better condition. We could, instead of sending Ungrim to the north or leaving him, like, here to defend Black Crag, we could sweep west and just take a bunch of this stuff, because they have no defenses, right? We know where 4 of their armies are, and they can't have many more than that. So we could probably burn a huge swath of this. Or I guess just take it over. We do need salt and stuff, and it's all pleasant climates for us. You know, we still haven't seen any Skaven. Yeah, Carrick 8 Peaks is down there, and that's still important. Man, we got a lot of fighting orcs in our future yet, which I am a little bit disappointed to announce. I was hoping that we were going to be on to, like, vampires and stuff by now. Yeah, alright, I think that's our turn. Oh, sorry, we had a commandment to apply here. Probably it is public order. Things are rough. Things are rough out here in Black Crag. We need a minute to recover. Alright, we're not doing that son of an upgrade. We should probably repair this building. I don't think they're going to just hit it again. Oh, man. They've left the drops, where the orcs like to relieve themselves. They particularly enjoy doing it in enemy settlements. So yeah, it is screwing up our economy and our public order in this region. We definitely have to demolish that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and pay the repair cost for this. I suspect they're not going to come back to the Pillars of Grungni right away. I think they're going to siege Karak. I don't think they can successfully attack it right away, because it actually has a pretty good garrison, doesn't it? Yeah, a bunch of Quarrelers, a bunch of Thunderers, some Grudge Throwers, a lot of Longbeards, Hammerers, and of course the big walls. And there's an imminent rebellion in Vampire Town. That is absolutely fine. Vampire Town is going to fall to rebels. let's meet some people, shall we? So it seems like the Greenskins and the Vampires are the only people who are doing well. All of the other factions, which unfortunately means all of the factions that might be friendly to us, are floundering badly. Okay, their response to the pincer attack was to flee. I like that. That's good. That's good for us. We probably can't attack Varenka Hills, unfortunately. Those guys are going to head up. I assume this army from Grenstadt is going to move to Carrick Dromar at some point. They could just walk around, but I expect they probably will underway to here and then attack the turn after. Moving through that pass is tough. Yeah, we could fight this, but we will lose, for sure. It's a much better garrison, I'll say that. Their wolves are pretty bad units. They have hex wraiths, which are ethereal, tough to kill with an axe. And then they have a lot of poisonous crypt ghouls, enough graveguard to really be a problem. I do think we would have inflicted more damage than this, but I do not think there's any chance of us winning that. See, that I don't care too much about. The grudge that it's going to spawn, I do care about, though. Carrick Cadron has a real garrison, I believe. It's going to need one. We're about to get pushed by 2 armies here. Well, at least they stopped and killed the rebels for us. Yeah, this is bad. And the Greenskins putting so much pressure on us to the south, making us move Thorgrim's army south, means that we don't have the ability to respond to this, because now Thorgrim's out of position. Oh, this is rough. Although, with us having backed off like that, maybe we can just move Thorgrim back to the north, because the Rune Lord will be able to make it to Karazakarak, and then from there he can replenish and rebuild his army. Please don't try to wound me. I'm just trying to walk somewhere. Why? Why you gotta be so mean? Is that what this dude's doing too? No, okay.
Greetings. You know...
They would like a defensive alliance. They are only at war with the vampire counts. I don't know who will like us and who will dislike us here. The political machinations of the Empire provinces can be a little tricky sometimes. We might be able to get a... No, you know what? I don't think we can get a trade agreement here, because this path out of Carrick Cadron just runs into Kislev, and this one runs into an empty province. Alright, I think I'm going to say no to this. I do kind of want it, but I'm a little worried about getting declared on by Empire provinces in the distance, and... but we could start trying to build that power block. Okay, you know what? I accept. I don't necessarily expect it to be the case that, like, a distant Empire province would declare war on us and then actually run an army over, to the point where it would be a problem. But it could happen. It totally could. Sometimes the AI will go a long way out of their way to hurt the player. At least that has been my experience here. Skull Takers, somewhere, are still alive. They just kind of wandered into Empire territory, so... I don't know, not our problem, I guess, but weird. Well, it looks like Clan Mulder is almost defeated. God, where are the Tomb Kings? I wish the Tomb Kings were out here fighting the Greenskins with us. Empire in flames. The manlings of Sigmar come to us once again. They've witnessed our devastating flame weapons and beg that we share the secrets to this technology as we once did with black powder. We've given the Umgi enough. Are they ever grateful? So wait, one of these is purely good and the other one is purely bad? Well, let this be a lesson to you on the moral value of enforcing intellectual property. Yeah, give them fire. That's fine. Oh, hey, money. Excellent. Alright, so yeah, a lot of stuff is happening. Rorik Halfhand has gained a Teller of Tales. So our next chapter reward is pretty far off, but actually it was really helpful for that chapter to pop when it did. Okay, definitely Forge Fire, a constant plus armor piercing damage bonus. Sounds pretty okay to me. You need to go away. Alright, let's figure this out. They have a lot of stuff coming, but it looks like we have a little bit of time.
It's as good as done.
We just want to walk up as close to the edge here as we can. Next turn we can underway all the way under the mountain. And we can use this time to do a little bit of recruitment, although... yeah, you know what? Some Slayers in this army would actually be a good idea. Well, hold on. Before we do that, let's make sure that I actually remember to get this done. We need this very badly. We need this way more than we need the Giant Slayers. You know what vampires don't like? Flamethrowers. Okay. Now we have money to buy stuff. We have some siege weapons. We could pick up another grudge thrower. And then we have probably enough ranged. Let's just grab as many Slayers as we can hold. What are we going to do here?
One rag.
These guys could head north. We need to do one more little bit of recruitment. Oh, that's the same province. That's right. Carrick is... that's fine. That's fine. It's going to be a little while before we can get our Warriors of Dragon Pass back. Or Dragonfire Pass. I'm a little concerned that the Black Iron Mine belongs to an enemy faction because I'm worried they're going to spawn an army here and then march on Black Crag. Yeah, Black Crag does not actually have that much of a garrison by itself, and we don't really have time to build a garrison building in it. Although we don't necessarily need all this stuff, right? Well, we should keep it. We should have the ability to recruit decent troops down in the south. I think I am going to, at the very least, underway his army over to Iron Rock, like I said.
Yes, my oath is intact. Got then.
Yeah, Iron Rock is in way more danger. But I don't think they can move far enough. You know what? That army can actually march all the way into range, and then this army could initiate a battle. I don't think that would be enough to take it. Not with the extra garrison stuff. Okay, so you probably don't need to stay down here then. We could just, we could run up, try to get up to Oakenhammer or Jufbar, because we got to be able to defend against those vampires. Put some pressure on them.
Hold the front.
Man, underway movement is useful. Okay, Carrick Dromar needs a defensive structure. Oakenhammer also needs a defensive structure, but probably less. This is precarious, though. We're actually in a lot of danger. Also, remarkably, we did not get any grudges from what happened with the vampires. I thought for sure we were gonna get something festering over here. That's actually really good for us. Alright, we are so close to being able to recruit some really, really cool anti-vampire units in Carrick Cadron. We just need to not lose it to 2 vampire armies. Oh wow, we're also really close to getting another move forward with this this legendary quest. And you know, we're also really close to being able to pursue the quest battle for the Axe of Dargo. Grimgore Ironhide up in the mountains wreaking havoc. They need our help. Man, oh man, do I not have time to give it to them. Alright, this guy's coming up to attack the Pillars of Grungni again. He's going to be in for an ugly surprise next turn when this army suddenly appears in that settlement. And they're raiding the very, very edge of Iron Rock's territory to try to draw me out, which might work, because we might kind of have to go out there and do something. Okay, Carrick-Cadron is under siege, but only by a single army. I'm not sure that I think that's a good idea. I thought he was going to bring both of his armies up. We can probably take him. Because Cadron itself has, 11 units in the garrison. Okay, I think this is something we can deal with. And then we can threaten them from the south with Thorgrim's army to prevent them from reinforcing up here. We might be okay. We might be okay. I'm a little nervous, but we might be okay. Okay, please. I just need one more turn of not actually getting a... Damn it! Of course you did. There's not even any benefit to doing that. I'm a friendly force. Ugh. Well, we're not going to be able to move forward on that faction quest for a long time. Right, because what, he's probably wounded for 5 turns, 4 turns, something like that, and then it's going to be another 5-turn run. What is the advantage to Hawkland of attacking my agents? They're just being dicks. I'm a little worried about this. Kislev is no longer showing up as, like, incredibly powerful. I mean, I guess we're pretty powerful and they're not that far off of us, but still, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if that bar were, like, almost entirely red. Because, you know what I really don't have time for? Is a force of Norskins successfully pushing south through Kislev and into our stuff. Alright, we have to defeat Rarthug for the crime of raiding us. We have to perform an action against Ekrund. Why? The Dragonback Grudge. The orcs have taken great delight in reminding us of their claim on the Dragonback Mountains, of how they have defiled Ekrund and stolen its wealth. Is this a settlement? It's not even like an important settlement to me. Alright, well. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, it's because, Carrick-Cadron is sieged.
The slayer in me seeks death.
Which is to say, it's very fixable. These guys are raiding in a position where, for some reason, they're able to be reinforced. Except, not really, because we're going to lightning strike them. But I think I might leave that for next time. So let's make sure we do this. Underway movement. What? Why are you not doing the thing? Go.
Get on it.
There we go. Yeah, what now, smart guy?
Yes.
Over here, we need to spend one more point before we can get ballistics calibration. I feel like ammunition is actually something we've run up against a couple of times. We pick up a little bit more ammo for the whole army.
Retake the realms.
And then you guys can move to Oakenhammer. And from there, next turn, we could probably threaten Castle Drakenhof. Because look, we can almost normal move there from here. Or sorry, this is an underway move.
It will better our cause.
Well, maybe we can threaten Castle Drakenhof next turn.
Ready?
Alright, so let's have a quick look at this. We're definitely not going to do this battle this episode, but
I think not.
first of all, we take you out of March Stance. So yeah, you can see we're no longer getting replenishment. We have 12 units plus 11 units in this garrison, including some Longbeards and Quarrelers and Slayers and stuff. No siege weaponry.
How can I help?
So it's a good thing we have siege weaponry here.
I will.
And this army is... okay, this is that army that took some damage from our garrison over here. That's good. We can win this. I think we can win this. The cannons are going to be a little bit less effective than I might like, but it's not like they'll have nothing to shoot at. Yeah, I think we can do this. And we have to, right? So, with that, I think we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, after the weekend, to see how we manage to wiggle out of this. And we'll see you then.